Hi friends, today we will learn about cross-country earth fault. In cross-country earth fault occurs at a two different location and the fault current flows through the ground. That's why it is called as a cross-country earth fault. But before that, I would like to explain something. If the two line to ground fault occurs in the same system, then it is called as a two line to ground fault. What I meant to say is this is the same section R, Y, and this is B. For example, this is my R, this is my Y, and this is my B phase. If this is one fault, if this fault occurred on like R to Y phase, this is one line to ground fault. Another, this is my B to ground phase. Like this is my one line to ground fault, and this is my another line to ground fault. In the same section, I repeat, this is in the same section, two line to ground faults. Two line means this is the one line and this is the another line. Then in this case, this is called as two line to ground fault, because the one line and the another line and the ground is common. That's why this is called as the two line to ground fault. But in case of cross country earth fault, the two line to ground fault occurs on the two different sections of the power system. One can be on one feeder, another on the another feeder, on the first switch gear, another switch gear, or the one uh, I could say substation, another on the another substation. For example, let's learn for clarity, I will draw a diagram, so from that you can learn. Let's consider this R, Y, and B. This is R, this is Y, and this is B, and this is our first switch gear 1. Then I've shown this transformer, and the another switch gear is here, switch gear 2, and here R, Y, and B. I hope you can see R, Y, and B. Okay, that's it. So now let's see if like we are learning now cross country earth fault, not a double line to ground. This is cross country earth fault. Now let's see if the fault occurs like this phase Y to ground. There can be any reason due to short circuit. Okay, this is my fault 1 F1, this is on Fy to F1, and if my other fault is occurred on B to ground of the another switch gear or another feeder, or it can be anything, but geographically another location, another section. This is my fault 2. Then the current will remain to travel through the ground. The current magnitude will be continued through the ground, means the return path of a current through the ground from this fault to from this phase, the fault current. So that's why this is called as a cross country earth fault, because of its geographical distance. And this has occurred on the another fault, another phase, and here on the another phase. And again, it's not necessary to become a cross country earth fault. The fault should occur on two different phases, like Y or B and Y, R and Y. It can be possible if the fault is occurred on R phase of the switchgear 1, and if it occurred on the R phase of the switchgear 2, then also it can called as a cross country earth fault, because it's not about the phase, it's about the two different section or two different parts. Thank you so much friends. If you have any queries, please do let me know in the comment section, and I would really love to hear from you if you have any feedback. Thank you so much.